What's up, everyone? It's your boy Murph here. I'm back again with a new video. I hope everybody's doing well. Today is Wednesday, and I wish you all happy Wednesday. We got some good news coming out of ICC, which is International Criminal Court. This is really a good news for the Congolese people, more specifically for the Congolese civilians in the eastern region of the Congo. I have the pleasure to bring to you this news because I feel as though, as all Congolese, we should join hands and speak on the issues that have been impacting the stability of our Congo for almost 2 decades now. The reason why I want to speak specifically on this is because I want to bring awareness to some of you that probably don't know exactly what's going on, who don't know the story of all these wars going on in the eastern region of the Congo. Like I always say, we all know it's not a taboo, it's not a secret that Rwanda play a huge role in this war. Okay, I noticed from one of my previous video when I talked about the gold found in the mountain of the Congo, I said some things about the Ugandan government and Rwandan government, and one thing that I noticed, I lost maybe a few subscribers, and that's fine, that's okay. Some people don't want to hear this, but I don't really care about your feelings. All I care about is our beloved Democratic Republic of Congo. We want to unite our country. If you feel what I was saying was not true, you could have appealed it and bring your evidence to disapprove everything that I was saying. Okay, if you disagree with me, that's fine. So let's have that conversation. Okay, so today we're going to focus on this guy right here, Bosco Ntanganda, one of Rwandan Army thug. The reason why I found this sort of interesting to talk about, because I want to prove a point to this. One brother, I believe, is from Rwanda. He also happened to stumbled upon one of my videos, and he made some harsh comments. That's okay, and I agree, and I don't have a problem with that. All right, YouTube is a platform where we can all voice our opinion. We can say the things that we think we believe in, and if you don't agree with that, it's okay too. You can just say the opposite of your story and convince people and bring evidence to show as why you think what somebody's talking about is not true. Okay, so I have reasons to believe that this guy, they're one of the reasons why the eastern region of Congo is still unstable, and they want to keep it that way. At one point in time, this guy, he was a member of or RPA. For those of you that don't know what RPA means, it's basically the current Rwandan army. But back then, when they formed a rebellion out of Uganda to go against the Hutu government that was there, so it's called, the RPA stands for Rwanda Patriotic Army, so which ended up being the actual Rwandan army till today. Okay, he was one of the soldiers there, and at one point in time he became a sergeant in the Rwandan government, in the Rwandan army, but then he transitioned, right, and he became, I believe, a general major in the Congolese army. So it's okay too. You could be born in Rwandan and later on you apply for citizenship and you become a Congolese citizen. But if you were operating in a Congolese army, is it really necessary to commit all these exactions? Because he has been accused for a lot of things. I will recommend every single one of you to go on the ICC website. You will see it all over the news. So he was convicted for 30 years in jail just yesterday. And that's just one of the people. It's not the only reason, one of the reasons. Let me restate that again. And let me say this one more time. Every time I talk about these issues, I know these sensitive matters, it hurts a lot of people, but I don't really care about anyone's feelings. When I talk I speak out against the Rwandan government. I speak out against the Rwandan government, not the people. The government actions are, they're like the governmental officials are to be held accountable for the actions that they take, right? Because they're the one representing a nation, which oftentimes also happen to, not be the will of the people. But because the government, they have their own special interests, sometimes they operate the way they see fit. And the people don't really have much to say because you just get to sit there because those are the people you put in power, right? And that's exactly what has been going on. So without wasting more breath, I just want to focus this video on this particular guy. So I want you to really see. And I want to bring every single one of you, all the Rwandan that always have the tendency to deny everything the Congolese say we denounce about the war in the East, come out here and tell me that this guy is not Rwandan. Because number one, when he was tried in ICC, do you know what language he spoke? It was more comfortable speaking in Kenya, Rwanda than, any of our language. When I say any of our language, I mean, any of the Congolese language, because he can't speak it. It's not Congolese, it's Rwandan. All they want is our natural resources, and all they want is to kill as many villagers so that they can, move people there and build settlements, just like they've always wanted to have a piece of Congo, which will not happen, by the way. Listen, I get that. Our own government is in complicity with them in what has been going on in the eastern region of Congo. But this conviction is going to bring a lot of ease into the hearts of many Congolese civilians, in the east and in the south and north Kivu, all right, as you can see in these pictures here, is behind bar in ICC, looking sorry as hell. Yeah, this is where it always ends up. You think you're a thug, you think you're the strongest man. This is how you're gonna end up. And these pictures, obviously in the eastern region of Congo, where they did their operations and things of that nature. So this guy there, he was nicknamed Terminator, as a huge thug. I'm not saying this out of hate or whatsoever, but I just wanted you to know that every time we have this type of conversation, I want our Rwandan brothers to really understand that their government, since 1996, they have always had some evil and vicious intentions when it comes down to Congo. The two campaigns that they orchestrated, the first one which toppled Mobutu, for the reasons that they believe Mobutu was supporting the Hutus, extremists in the Congo that, fled persecution from the Tutsi government. Wasn't really factual, but that was the arguments that they used to justify their innovation, and later on toppling Mobutu. And the second innovation was that the interest, or whatever the deal that they have signed with the IFDL head, which was Kabila father, that they also played a part in his assassination, has just never been enough. Even after the negotiations and the peace deal and all that good things, they're still continuing to operate in the eastern of Congo. And if we stay blindfolded, and if we keep, what I know for a fact, there is a lot of manipulations into this particular subject, right, when it comes down to the war in the eastern of Congo. But at the same time, it does not excuses the authors of these crimes. This guy right here, Bosco Ntanganda, he's been convicted to serve 30 years in jail for crime against humanity, for sexual slavery, for exactions, and many other crimes. But the most important is crime against humanity. And this guy, keep in mind, it was a part of the RPA, which is the Rwandan Patriotic Army. And it's not alone. There is much more. There is a lot more. And even all these other rebellions. And as we speak, there is also one of our brother. Like I said, I'm not denying the facts that some Congolese also have, a lot to do with this, because they're in complicity with these people. But one of ours is also in ICC, is being locked up, so it will probably later be tried for the crimes that he also committed. But that's a story for another day. Guys, usually in this channel, I don't really like talking a lot of political matters, but the things that I find more important, I will not stop myself from speaking out against it, because we want to bring awareness to what has been going on, for decades now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, guys, as you guys can see, I'm literally here at my second gig. I'm at work. I just had to come out with this video quickly because I was pumped up, and I know the conviction of this guy put a lot of peace into some victims in the eastern region of Congo, even though it's not enough. But we are hoping for more, authors to come out, either to turn himself in or to track him down, because we really want justice for the Congo, because enough is enough. This has been going on for years, and a time has finally come to end this war and to also hold those that are responsible for these actions accountable, and never allow this type of things to happen ever again in the history of our Congo, as we Congolese are trying to build our nation back up, because our nation has never been built since those two interventions orchestrated by Rwanda. All right, so I want you guys to really take this. I don't really care if you don't want to understand this, especially people that have problem with this are Rwandan, but with evidence like this, what are you going to say? With evidence like this, what are you guys going to really say? So if you find this video interesting, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and share this video with friends and family, and also, yeah, subscribe to the channel. Why not? And I got more videos for you all. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.